Well, Shavin, it doesn't appear to be so at the moment. Usually, whenever we look at exit polls and then we go to the counting day and we start seeing early trends, within an hour or two, those early trends don't change massively at the end of the day. The trajectory pretty much remains the same. There could be a difference of, 5 to 6 seats overall with respect to who those seats go to. But a trend with this kind of a significant difference, we're currently sitting at 161 for BJP plus and 78 for RJD plus. There is no chance that trend is going to reverse in the favor of the opposition. The only possibility or the outcome that could be is that the gap between the two alliances might decrease. But again, that remains to be seen as counting still progresses further. Having said that, the exit polls have come under scrutiny and criticism in the past elections, especially the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, where they gave a 400-plus mandate to the BJP-led NDA alliance. Clearly, we saw how that turned out. And then following that criticism, it appears that the exit polls and the analysts have taken some of that with a pinch of salt, and they've probably been a little more reserved this time in their exit poll analysis and their forecast. However, that forecast is still putting the NDA alliance in a very comfortable victory position in the Bihar Assembly. But it remains to be seen how this turns out. It's also very interesting to note here that the NDA alliance had pegged 200 plus seats for themselves. And that is something that the exit pollsters have not taken into consideration. Unlike the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, where BJP said 400 par for its alliance, and that's the same forecast that exit polls had shown last year. There seems to be a change in the way the forecast has been done this time, but it still appears to be a comfortable win for the BJP-led NDA alliance in Bihar, Shivan.
It's not even 10 a.m., Dharam. How long do you feel? I think by 11, if the trend continues like this, and celebrations have already started, by the way. Whether it was Anand Singh in Mukama going up against Suraj Bhan, and we've been seeing visuals of a lot of, not just one seat, I'm talking about overall the NDA is jubilant already. A lot of those cadres are saying they were celebrating since last evening itself. But early celebrations have not always gone in the right direction. They've always, we have seen, at least let me just put it this way, in the past, we've seen early celebrations fall flat as well. I think by 11 a.m., do you feel so? We should be having a more clear idea of what really is going to happen.
Well, I'd agree, Shivan. I think another 2 hours and we may be in a comfortable position to probably say with some amount of certainty as to which direction this election mandate is going in. And you're absolutely right. Early victories have often, fallen flat for those celebrating much before the election mandate is out. But clearly, the BJP camp, the JDU camp is also celebrating massively. Again, as you pointed out, the Delhi headquarters in the BJP is bringing out sweets. There's jalebis that are being made. Let's not forget the 500 kilograms of laddus that were ordered by one candidate a couple of days ago, yesterday, in preparation of the victory that they're anticipating today. So clearly they are fairly confident, although Tejasvi Yadav on the other front also is appearing to be very confident. We just heard his bite a few minutes ago where he's saying, Badlav, I got change will come. So the camp is clearly confident, but then again, is there any sort of apprehension within the opposition of how this election pans out for them, particularly that they have come in an alliance with the Congress party? Would this have possibly gone in another direction had Tejasvi Yadav's party chosen to contest alone? All of these are questions that are going to be plaguing the opposition. There are also challenges and questions that will come up for the NDA alliance, Shivan, because as much as the celebrations are going to be the highlight for this particular election in Bihar for them, how the power structure changes internally. As we've been mentioning, the Nitish Kumar's party and the BJP both have equal number of seat distribution in this assembly election. What kind of a domestic power dynamic will that lead to once the party-specific seat allocation is out? That is something that we will have to watch out for as the day proceeds.
And Dharam, as you were speaking, I was just reading the numbers that are coming in. These are trends that the BJP is at about 75 and the JDU is at 74. The JDU then turns at 75 and BJP is at 74. It almost, let me just go ahead and say it, this seems to be like a more interesting race right now than the overall race between the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan. Mahagathbandhan, because that, as per trends, seems to be like a walkover at this point, because as what the trends are suggesting, the NDA stands at 165, is more than double of what the Mahagathbandhan, the Grand Alliance, is at, which is about 74. But the race between the BJP and JDU, how much that is going to impact, it almost seems like the race to be watching out for as of now. But again, let me just put it across as well. We don't know until it's finally out in the open, until it is final. It's always best to wait. Early celebrations can fall flat. We've seen that in the past. Exit polls have gone wrong. We've seen that in the past as well. But right now, trends seem to be suggesting what the exit polls were also suggesting, but these are still trends. Let's wait for the final figures to come out. As of now, it's a thank you to Dharam, who was there with us, and of course from Diksha and my side, let's slip into a short break right now, and we will continue with the Bihar election coverage after a short break. Come right back.